Welcome. I'm Kinetic Symphony. I hunt down and report on mysterious and weird true stories, from glitches to the paranormal. Case file number 12. Written by user Popular Cartoonist 3. He was texting with his brother on Facebook when suddenly, his brother entered an altered state of mind, almost like a possession. His brother doesn't remember the event. So, where to begin? Well, I'm male, from Denmark, 29 years old, and have 5 siblings. One of them is my half-little brother. We have a good relationship and are very good friends. He's 9 years younger than me. I believe in the paranormal and he doesn't. Yet we both believe in alternate universes, and I strongly believe in glitches. Because of this, I always hoped something odd would happen to me. It'd be cool, right? Well, not really. Anyway, this is what happened. It was some time ago from now. We were texting on Facebook as we've done many times in the past. I was at the local shop on my way home. I just got a new song on my phone and I wrote to him. Yo bro, just got a new song on my phone. One we haven't heard in years. He answered. Cool, which one? I replied. Diesel, Chill Pill, non-live version. I added the non-live detail because I've only listened to the song live prior. Here's where it gets weird. My message was never received on his end. Instead, he wrote back a lot of unusual stuff. I got pictures and proof. It was as if he was reading from a satanic Bible. He then wrote, "Life is a shared narrative that we all agreed to believe." That shook me up. I didn't know what to think. I didn't know what the hell he was talking about, which I tried to tell him. He didn't care. But here is the eeriest part. He then sent me 5 or 6 voice recordings where he screams, laughs, cries. He's freaking out and is hysterical, all about 5 seconds long. I asked my wife about the recordings and she thought that it was my brother pranking me. I thought so too. I called him and told him to stop pranking me. He didn't know what I was talking about. I told him about the messages and voice recordings. He said, "Dude, bro, I didn't do any of that. What the hell are you talking about?" My wife and I played the voices for him. He went quiet for a bit. He was freaking out too. I've never heard him like that before. He does like to prank people, me most, and type weird stuff to people just to freak them out. But this, he didn't do. He vehemently swore on it. I sent a screenshot to show him our conversation, and he couldn't believe it. He sent a screenshot to me as well, showing none of the messages were received on his side. He said he never sent the recordings either, let alone made them. The brother on the recordings was in pain and needed help. We could all hear it, but I couldn't do anything. So what was this? A glitch? My future brother trying to reach out to me? What? Case notes, file number 12. Okay, so the first question in the recordings, did it sound like your brother's voice? You're sure it isn't someone else who somehow sent those messages through his Facebook account? My thoughts are either somehow you're being pranked expertly by your brother, or someone connected through his account to as well prank you, or just try to scare you, though that would be odd, wouldn't it? Also, is your brother sober, no drugs or depression? Just trying to exhaust the normal explanations. The author's response. Exactly. He's not pranking me, and yes, it is his voice, though he says it isn't. He's always been sober, there's no drugs or drinking or depression. It does seem like we do live in a simulation though. He does love pranking, of course, but not like that and definitely not on Facebook. This is just not something he would do. Continuing my thoughts. So reading about that message he sent, the specific one with the single line, that life is a narrative we all choose to play. It kind of touches on the notion I've had that life is indeed a simulation, but more than that, it's a sort of MMORPG we all agreed to sign up for. So that our memories of the real world would be masked while playing, something like that, but we all choose to sign up for it. Like you could imagine it now, go back to a movie like Total Recall, where they implant memories, but it's so vivid and real it's like you're playing a game. You could actually consider that happening in this own fictional reality if it is a simulation. If our computing becomes powerful enough, we could simulate a less complex universe and then plug our brains into it. Although masking our memories of the real world, that's something I don't know if we could do yet, but maybe we could in the future. So who's to say it hasn't already happened? We're all players in a grand immersive game. But for some people, for whatever reason, they're able to perceive or connect more with the real world and the real version of themselves, which gives them extra information. Perhaps a subconscious glitch in the software code. I don't know, but it is interesting. Case file number 13, written by user Valkyrjae. Having taken her glasses off to apply makeup, she sees outside of her car crystal clear before realizing her glasses are still off. The instant she realizes, her vision returns to its blurry state. For a bit of context, my eyesight is horrible. Even half a foot in front of my face, I see nothing but blurry colors. Yesterday, my mom and brother picked me up to go to an appointment. I was running a little late, so I didn't have time to put my contacts in or do my makeup. So while my mom was driving, I was in the passenger seat, with the mirror down. I took off my glasses to apply my eyeshadow. My brother, who was sitting behind me, asked me a question. I turned to look back at him. When I turned my head back around, I quickly finished my eyeshadow and shut the mirror. I was looking out the window at the farmland just off the road and thinking, wow, how beautiful it was, when suddenly I realized that I hadn't put my glasses back on. They were still sitting on the dashboard. As soon as I had this realization, my perfect vision went back to being just blurred colors. It was instantaneous, like flipping a switch on my sight. It was so shocking that I yelled, "Holy crap!" My outburst startled my mom and brother, so I told them what just happened. They said they believed me but couldn't think of a rational reason for it. We tried to figure it out for the rest of the drive, but honestly, we couldn't. To be honest, if there's some secret to magically fixing my eyesight that I accidentally stumbled upon, then I wish I could find it again. But I don't know what it was. Case notes, file number 13. This is incredible, really. I mean, it underpins the nature of our reality, right? The brain is incredibly powerful. Unimaginably so, but also very, focused, and especially as we get older, it can become more rigid. Perhaps in those moments of absent wandering of your mind, just admiring the view, your brain was processing visual information in a new way. But as your brain, or you, became consciously aware of this, it corrected what it perceived as an error. Our eyes collect light data from the world around us and relay it to our brain for processing. The issue with nearsightedness is the shape of the cornea, but the brain, it takes this information in a different way because of how light is bent with glasses on versus off. It'd be like your brain was processing information and converting the light data to how it would be with your glasses on. I don't know what could cause this, why your subconscious mind would decide to do this. I mean, I guess it is just interpreting data. Very odd, but incredibly cool. And that concludes tonight's case files. If you found the experiences interesting and my narration enjoyable, then consider leaving a like and also subscribing. I upload Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6 p.m. EST with new case files all the time. I'll see you there.